my beautiful people, my name is Juanita and thank you so much for tuning into W Up. Today's topic is going to be about 4 things I learned from being in romantic relationships. I know, it's been forever since I've produced a video for you all to see, and the reason being is because I never knew how difficult it was to just put a video out there. Like the many steps that you have to take in writing about what you want to talk about, getting used to your voice and making sure your camera works, making sure your microphone works, making sure like you're in the right environment, making sure there's not a lot of people around you so that they don't make a lot of noises. It's been a lot of work, but I'm producing this video because like I do enjoy putting out content for you all, and doing this also helps me become more reflective with my life, which is something that I really love and enjoy doing. So I really hope you enjoy these videos. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so that you can get more videos from me. Going into this topic, I want to let you all know that I am a hopeless romantic. I just love the idea and concept of love. For those of you who know me personally, like you all know that I do photography, and my favorite types of photography sessions are couples. Like couples, engagements, weddings, and that's just because like I really love seeing love happen, and I truly enjoy seeing like 2 people being so drawn and committed to each other, do things with each other and find happiness in that, or find commitment, or find like joy in that. I think that's so beautiful. Besides being a hopeless romantic, there are some other things that I want you to know about me so that you can understand where I'm coming from with like these things that I want to share with you today. I am a type of person that never dates just for fun. If I date someone, it's because I'm all in for them. Like when I'm with someone, I just want to see them shine really, really well. And so when I date someone, it's all due to seriousness, and it's really because like for me, I want to find a lifetime partner, and I want to be with someone that I can marry, because marriage is something that I do want to experience, and I do want to experience like motherhood and having a family with another person. Okay, so getting to the gist of the video, I want to share with you like 4 things that I've learned from my romantic relationships. I probably would do a series of these because again, I'm a hopeless romantic, and there's just so many things that I've learned that I want to put out there and share with you. If you're going through a hard time, or if you're debating about something, I hope that these 4 things, it can resonate with you in some sort of way or help you in some sort of way. And the first thing that I learned about being in romantic relationships is that no one ever walks into a relationship wanting to be toxic. I recently got out of a 3.5-year relationship. When I met this person, like they were everything that I had ever wanted at that time, and I believe that we were really, really good for each other. I also genuinely believe that we didn't walk into this relationship wanting to tear each other apart. Like we didn't walk into this relationship wanting to not be good for each other. And as I think about like a lot of my friends who have recently got out of relationships too, like a lot of them tend to say, like it ended because it was really toxic. It was really toxic. It was really toxic. It was really toxic. That's why it ended. To some extent, like yeah, like that's so real. I think leaving a toxic relationship is a really healthy thing to do, but I think it's important to remember that when you walk into a romantic relationship with someone, you're going into it because you really, really like this person. You really, really want to build with this person, and you really want to create romance with this person. Sometimes when we get too comfortable in relationships, we allow bad behavior to happen, to exist. I don't believe that's ever intentional. Sometimes relationships become toxic because we are unaware of our unhealthy behaviors, and it's not until that relationship that we realize, or that we recognize like wow, like I do this and this is like really unhealthy. There are so many reasons why relationships can become toxic, right? And most times it could be because like 2 people, they're not on the same page. But I just want you all to know that no one ever walks into a relationship wanting it to be toxic. I genuinely believe that when 2 people come together, when 2 people commit themselves to each other, they're really genuinely interested in each other. They really want to create happiness with each other, and that they really want to build something with this other person. The second thing that I want to share with you is that like what you and your partner create in the beginning is foundational for where your relationship will go in the future. When you are in a romantic relationship with someone, I think it's important for you both to talk about your values. what are the 3 things that you really highly value in a romantic relationship so that you can know how to grow with each other. For example, like if you two have different values, then of course the relationship will be quite difficult. Or if you value trust and you both were not able to develop or establish trust in the beginning of your relationship, then that's gonna manifest really bad throughout your relationship, because you're gonna have the inability to trust each other until you like put in the work to build in that trust. Which leads me to the 3rd thing, which is like don't collect red flags. In a romantic relationship, like I don't think it's healthy to collect red flags. Like if you see a red flag, I think it's important to just address it right away. When you collect red flags, the more bitter of a person you become. And then you're just going to explode after collecting all of these red flags. And you know, like I just don't think you have to do that to yourself. I think that when you truly honestly know who you are, and when you are able to communicate about things that makes you feel insecure or uncomfortable, I think that's really healthy. Because if something is not working out, like, it's important to speak about it. I also believe that like any red flags that you see in the beginning of your relationship, like of course, like you really like this person, so you might not even notice them, you know, or like you might just like be really lenient on them, and you might just say, oh, you know, like we'll see how this goes. Pay attention to it. For me, when I meet someone that I might want to date in the future, when I notice these red flags about these certain individuals, they're often the biggest reasons to why our relationships don't work out. So with this 3rd lesson that I've learned from being in a romantic relationship, don't collect red flags because you'll become a bitter person. And when you see red flags, notice them, be unafraid to bring them up. Because if this person like genuinely is interested and really likes you and wants to build something with you, like they will be receptive to what you have to say. And the 4th lesson that I learned from being in a romantic relationship would be to always remember to draw a circle for yourself. When I say draw a circle, I literally mean establish your boundaries. My mother, she is the greatest example on what it means to give unconditional love. For my dad, my mom loves him so much, she would be willing to do anything for him. She's that kind of person that's willing to do anything for the people that she loves. I think that in doing that, you forget how to love yourself. And so essentially when I ask you to draw a circle for yourself, it's literally like don't forget to love yourself. Because I'm a very visual person, I have to draw a circle around myself so that I know that even though I really like this person and I want to invest in this person, like I need to remember that I have to continue like doing the things that I love, and the things that brings me joy, so that like I don't entirely rely on another person for my happiness, so that I'm able to just create my own happiness and share a part of my happiness with my partner. My previous supervisor, something really beautiful that she told me, that I will always remember, is that, you know, like boundaries are beautiful. And I think that's such an amazing advice to give. And so when you walk into a romantic relationship, like as much as you want to dedicate like a lot of your time to that person, don't forget that having your own boundaries is a really beautiful thing. Heck, I think it makes you even more attractive as a person, for you to just do your own thing and to like continue working on yourself and building yourself and wanting to see yourself grow better while sharing a part of yourself or that self with like your other person. Okay, so to wrap this all up and remind you about like the 4 things that I've learned from being in romantic relationships would be: 1, no one walks into a romantic relationship wanting to be toxic. 2, what you build at the start of your romantic relationship is crucial to how your relationship will grow. 3, don't collect red flags, you'll just become a really bitter person. And 4, always remember to draw a circle for yourself, to have boundaries, and to love yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that these 4 lessons really resonated with you in some way. Please, if you have any questions or comments or like want to share about other things that you learned from being in romantic relationships, like leave them in the comments below. As always, sending so much positive vibrations your way. Thank you.